Good morning, happy solar return, and if it's your birthday, a very specially happy solar return. So we first of all have to look at our daily reading today. What was going on? Well, we saw this little bit of information about an upturned mother figure, okay, and a childhood gift, okay, that was like a talent that you had, and you still have it, but it's been repressed. And then here is a piece of broken pottery, and that means something like something really tragic in the home that happened. Also, when we look way back here, it doesn't even show up on camera. It shows boom, where there's always one down in the background in the history of our lives. I feel this one is generational, and so it's some sort of trauma that kept happening over and over and over in your life. Okay, so now let's look at your definition. Here you are, your identity. You're looking here to the left. This is the creative state of mind, and you're being very creative about how to achieve harmony and happiness in your life, and I love that. It looks as if you're really trying to rely on your strengths. And remember, you've got that special gift, that talent. This is a time for you to look back on that talent, revisit it, and ask yourself what else you can do to bring about more satisfaction in your life. You need to feel contented and happy and satisfied with your life and successful. And the only way to do that is to live your authentic life and to build on abilities and talents and skills that you have. So that's what I want you to focus on. Now let's look at some way we can achieve this, and let's see what we're pointed to told to look at today, as well as the other stuff. Look at how we can achieve our directive. Okay, so here we are, and we're told to look this way. Okay, so this is a very straight line. That's a balance between logic and emotion, a balance between analytics and creativity. You're always going to have some sort of trauma or negative talk there in association. You see how this mirrors this? It's on a straight line, and here it is at the back, and it still keeps coming up in the present as well. History repeats itself, and wow, that it's tragic, but it's also a success that we recognize this. Okay, so in order to understand what kind of family dynamics you have to look back into your family ages ago, generations ago, see what kind of trauma and dramatics they had back then, and see it's still popping up in your life. So it's really, really time to move on. Wow, we've got to have strength. Here's the element of strength. That's not just physical strength. You've got to have physical strength too, though. You've got to take good physical care of yourself. If you have any dietary needs, health issues, please do what you need to do to take care of that. On the other side too, we've got to see that it's time to separate yourself from your childhood. You're no longer your childhood. It doesn't need to define you. You've got to go on and forge your future on your own. So, wow, we've had some hard-hitting readings. Maybe it's that Northern Hemisphere July energy, So, even though they're tough, though, we need to hear tough things. Life is not all happy, joy. And if it were, we may as well be on a Teletubby video. So let's look at the heart of things. The home is where the heart is supposed to be, and you're going to find it because you've got that beautiful gift within you to create a beautiful future. You're going to find that joy, and something's really happening here. There could be a move for you. The move, though, is not just with the house, because the house isn't really showing up in here, but what I'm getting is like with occupation or a new set of friends or just a new venue for you to move on from something. You're leaving something behind, moving on to really good things. So wow, very hard hitting with some very deep psychological stuff going on here with your heart and spirit. And you know what? You don't get a reading like this all the time. So wow, every blessing to you. And I wish you the very, very best as you pursue your authentic life. Use your authentic talents. Don't listen to the negative self-talk or any negative stuff from the old generational family talk either, okay? Go forward and have yourself the most beautiful, beautiful life. Create your future yourself. Every blessing. And one more thing, okay? For some reason, this chitin shell came up and it just was reminding me that we might have some hard scales on the outside due to what happened. Remember that generational trauma back here that goes from the past all the way to the present, and it's going to continue on into the future unless you stop it. And you can stop it. And the way you stop it is you either don't have kids or you don't pass on, I should say, or you don't pass on that negative talk and that drama and that negative energy onto a younger generation. So here you've got this hard shell. These little scales actually can represent complaints that you have, the times when you're sad, the times that you wish someone would pay attention to what you're saying. And within, though, you got to cradle yourself. Here's the deal. And I am guilty of complaining about a specific topic over and over again. And basically, I need to find the soothing within myself and go on with this thing, okay? So that's one of my issues. And if you keep expecting someone else to solve the problem, you will never see it solved. I'm not kidding. Don't depend on other people to solve that problem. You've got to, and I have got to, put on my big girl panties and go on and do this thing. Not just sit around wishing, but go ahead and do this thing. So, I found this chitin shell on the coast of Port Townsend, Washington State, in a hardscrabble area, beautifully fresh air, a rugged ocean line, and that pristine water. So no matter how clean and beautiful everything looks, we're always going to have something that we have to deal with. So find it within yourself to get your comfort with better self-talk and move ahead and make that beautiful future for yourself. So I'll just leave you with this ocean jasper and this chitin here today. Have a great day.